what an insane move on Fantom. We've got Fantom rocketing up 16% here on the day. Bitcoin up 7.3% at the time of recording. Fantom is breaking out from a lovely downtrend, a huge breakout. What is the price target? Where do I think Fantom can go here in the near term? As you guys know, Fantom has been a very strong, pumpable project, which whenever Bitcoin has showed any hopes of moving to the upside, Fantom delivers. And what's exciting about today's move is if you look at it, today is a very Bitcoin-led move. If you've not watched my videos from earlier today, make sure you get caught up on what happened with the CPI. We had good CPI data coming in today. That, coupled with the US banking collapses, are putting pressure on the Fed to pivot. That is allowing Bitcoin to move, and we're seeing certain altcoins move powerfully today, but not all of them. Bitcoin dominance, as you can see here, rocketing up 1.2% here today. Really powerful move, showing that Bitcoin is leading this charge. I mean, even Ethereum only moving 5.8% to Bitcoin 7.3%, right? But Fantom is outperforming Bitcoin. If you look at the Fantom Bitcoin chart, we are outperforming Bitcoin by 7.5% on a day that Bitcoin is roaring. Again, this is the clue I always give. When Bitcoin is having a positive day, look to your altcoin. Is your altcoin moving? If it's not, that is a major red flag. Now we're going to take a look at the different time frames. First and foremost, let's take a look here at the 5-minute time frame. What you can see is we were in this channel. We live streamed the CPI together, and we broke from this channel very nicely here, as did Bitcoin. Bitcoin was in a very similar channel, broke from it on the 5-minute chart thanks to positive CPI. If you look at the price target, this is the measured move, guys. I'm not making this up. This is the measured move. Look how I apply it. Okay, if you take the swing and a conservative swing from there, and I've just applied it to the point of breakout, where does it get your price target? It gets it exactly where we just hit, at 48 cents. Hit our price target perfectly. Do not be surprised to see a little bit of a calling off now. If we bring out our EMA ribbon, you can see maybe it wants to come down in and really check its EMA ribbon here, particularly on the 5-minute chart. If I show you another variation of the chart here on the 5-minute, you can see we're forming this bit of a wedge pattern. So don't be surprised to see this consolidate a little bit. Ignoring the 5-minute, let's zoom out into the hourly chart. And what you can see is a really explosive move. And look at the behavior here from Fantom. Like anything, move into the EMA ribbon, move into the EMA ribbon, now move. Please, please, please do not chase these green candles. I do not want you guys getting caught chasing these green candles with green candle disease. If you're looking to enter, wait for pullbacks. You can't say that I've not told you about Fantom. We've been making videos on Fantom for over 2 years, and it's very clear that the pumpability of this coin is huge. If you don't understand the tokenomics of Fantom, if you don't understand some of the more fundamentals, go search a channel. I'll link up a couple of videos for you here on the tokenomics, but the tokenomics really allow this project to not only be undervalued, but also, because there's not loads of supply being dumped onto the market, allows it to be pumpable. And that's why you see such days like today. So that's what I'm expecting here on the hourly. Do not be surprised to see a pullback down towards 43 cents. That's where would be a far better entry than chasing it where it is right now at 48. Even better, let's look at the 4-hourly. And you'll see here now something really important is happening. The 4-hourly EMA ribbon is starting to flippen, which is beautiful. The lighter color lines are starting to cross over the darker color lines, and that is showing we're turning the trend into a bullish trend here on the 4-hourly chart. Again, a very nice extended move. But again, if it wants to come back down to test its EMA ribbon, that's absolutely fine. In fact, that would even be encouraged if it wants to come back down here, test, and then start working its way to the upside. Zooming out one more, let's take a look at the daily chart. And this is where something critical has just happened. If you look at this just days ago, what were we seeing here on the daily EMA ribbon? This was getting prepared to flip to a downtrend, okay? So we lost our daily EMA ribbon a handful of days ago on this candlestick here. And then you saw we were below the EMA ribbon. A big couple of 3 days here on Bitcoin. And now we're going to prevent these lines from crossing over and hopefully turn this into a bull trend. Now, right now, we're getting loads of euphoria in the market. The market is very confident. You can see that markets are pricing in 25 basis points for the upcoming FOMC meeting on March the 22nd. Even 15-16% are pricing in a pause. But the most important thing is that 50 basis points is now off the table. Now, is this excitement justified? Well, there's a few things. You need to catch up on my videos earlier because I go into a lot more depth than I'm going to in this video. But it is a fundamental shift. There has been a fundamental shift, and now markets are getting excited that we are getting closer and closer to this Fed pivot. They've broken something in terms of their banking system. Inflation is starting to cool down. I mean, there still are elements where inflation are slightly high. Make sure you go watch my video from earlier today where I remind you guys that core inflation still came in a little bit hot. But in broad elements, markets are feeling we are getting close to the top. The Fed should be pausing soon, maybe 25 base points and then a pause. And then we can start thinking about how long do we want to stay at this rate before starting to reduce. Now remember, crypto is a function of liquidity. Bitcoin does well when there's more liquidity, when the Fed is on our side, when they're not tightening policy, when they're loosening policy. That is when crypto markets do well. What is my price target here on Fantom? That's what you're all tuned in for. Hold up. Are you tired of worrying about the security of your cryptocurrency transactions? In this crazy world that is crypto, protecting and preserving our digital assets is everything. And for that reason, I partner with NordVPN, the best VPN service for crypto traders. With NordVPN, you can be sure that your online transactions are completely secure and your identity is hidden from prying eyes. Their military-grade encryption technology makes sure that no one can access your data, even on public Wi-Fi networks, so you can trade with complete peace of mind anywhere, anytime. Guys, seriously, don't risk your hard-earned crypto and NFTs for the price of a coffee each month. They've also offered a free month and up to 60% off their plans. Oh, and they've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. Guys, seriously, it's a small price to play for a rapid, safe VPN. Definitely check it out. Links in the description. Ijaz.uk/NordVPN. And let's get back into this video. What I'm going to show you here is a Fibonacci extension. Swing low to swing high. Again, if you don't know what this means, Ijaz.uk/TA. I teach all this stuff completely free. I'm not charging thousands of dollars for my TA course. Use the link in the description and take advantage of that and learn, so that way you can follow along in these videos. Now, if I look at this key level, we come from the 0 level. What's the first level you want to get to? That is your 0.382 or your 38.2% Fibonacci level. And that would give you a Fantom at $1.43. Now, here's what's beautiful about that mark. If you bring out the VPVR, which is your volume profile, what you see is we're a very, very strong traded volume at these candlesticks. But after this, once you clear this level, which coincides with Bitcoin clearing through 25,000, that's why it's so exciting what Bitcoin's doing right now, because it's clearing through that 25,000 mark. If I show you the equivalent chart here on Bitcoin, same thing. I know it's a little bit messy. Let's clear that up. You've got these heavy volume candles here, but look where this candle's breaking through right now here on Bitcoin. Right? Once it can clear through that level, volume becomes far thinner and it should have a nicer move on Bitcoin up towards 46 is thinly traded volume. Similar for Fantom, right? If we show you the same thing on Fantom, look how thinly traded this starts to become. And we fell so quickly here from Fantom, opening up here 162 and then falling all the way to our bottoms. So this gap up to that 145 to 160 level, expected to be quite explosive. Now, of course, I don't want to spread FOMO. I don't want to spread you guys to be chasing these candles. Wait for pullbacks. If you haven't entered, always buy from positions of strength. This market is super green right now, but it should emphasize to you why it's important to DCA and stay in the market. Loads of people were not in the market. They were screaming out, oh no, Bitcoin's going to head back to 15,500. You've got to be able to keep a level head. You've got to be able to drown out the noise. Find your favorite projects. Dollar cost averaging good on good days and bad days. And that way, when you get these powerful days like we're seeing today on crypto, you're able to benefit from it. If you stay out of the market for just a handful of the best days in crypto, you're going to miss all the gains. This is a weekly chart I'm showing you here on Fantom. If you weren't in the market on this week, where my candle is right now, you missed 38%. If you weren't in on this week, you missed 100%. So it doesn't matter if you held all the way during this bear market. If you miss a couple of the powerful weeks to the upside, you're going to miss the majority of gains and you're going to say crypto is a scam, it doesn't work, but it's not. It's just your conviction. If you believe in a project, you need to hold, you need to DCA, and that's the game plan. You can't swing with the wind because it's difficult, especially 2023. I've continued to say that this is going to be a volatile stop and start year. And I don't expect that to stop. Just because everybody's excited now that we're going to get a pivot, expect there to be something else. Always expect the unexpected. Expect another pullback. Expect Bitcoin to struggle, right? Things are looking good on Bitcoin. I explained that in my video earlier on. But what if the bears, play your what if scenarios in your head. What if the bears suddenly throw us back down here on the weekly EMA ribbon? It's going to get painful again. What does that mean for Fantom? I mean, let's look at Fantom. Fantom's not taken its weekly EMA ribbon back again. It's not got it yet, right? It's still got some more work to do. You can see the Fantom weekly EMA ribbon sits at 51 cents. It's got to go and reclaim that. Right? Bitcoin's above it for now, but it needs to close the week above there. We still have 5 days left of this week. A lot of things can happen. There are still fears around the US banking contagion, but for now, that banking contagion is working in the favor of Bitcoin because it's putting pressure on Jerome Powell to go easy on the rate hikes. That is why we're seeing an explosive move. Guys, thank you for watching this video. Let me know what is your price target in the short term for Fantom. Of course, for the long term, I made numerous videos on my price targets for Fantom going longer term. Don't forget to smash the likes. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out this video here. and I'll see you in the next one.